What would you do if your mom fell in love with the one man who could make your life a living nightmare? My parents split when I was 5. I grew up bouncing between 2 houses, 2 sets of rules, and 2 very different versions of family. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. Until this year. In May, Mom called and told me she'd started seeing someone. I was genuinely happy for her. She'd been single for years, and she sounded lighter, almost giddy, like a teenager in love. But then she said, "It's serious. I want you to meet him soon." I asked who it was. Normal question, right? But instead of just saying his name, she got all mysterious. "Don't worry about it yet," she said. "You'll find out when the time is right." That instantly set off alarms. The more I asked, the more she dodged. Finally, one night, she slipped and said, "You actually know him." That made my stomach drop. Because the only people my mom and I both knew were from my school, and that narrowed it down to a nightmare list. I remember lying awake that night thinking of every possible name, and then it hit me like a punch to the gut. Maddie. Maddie and I had been enemies since 2nd grade. She mocked me for my looks, called me names, spread rumors, even humiliated me in front of half the class. I reported her enough times that she actually got suspended once, and from that point on, we hated each other's guts. So I texted Mom, "Please tell me you're not dating Maddie's dad." Her reply came a minute later. "Can we talk about this in person?" That was all the confirmation I needed. When I confronted her face to face, I didn't even try to stay calm. "Are you seriously dating her dad?" I asked. She sighed and said softly, "I didn't plan this. It just happened. He makes me happy." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Happy? Mom, she's made my life miserable for years, and now you expect me to smile while you play house with her family? She tried to tell me that Maddie had grown up, that we should start fresh, and that maybe this was fate bringing 2 families together. But all I could think was, fate? This wasn't fate. This was betrayal. Then she said something that completely broke me. "I really want us to be a real family one day." A real family with my worst enemy? No chance. So I looked her in the eyes and said, "You already have your new family, Mom. You have Maddie now." That night, I packed my things and called Dad. He didn't even hesitate. He said, "You're always welcome here." It's been months since I last spoke to Mom. She keeps texting, saying she still loves me, that she wishes I'd give her boyfriend a chance, but I can't. Because every time I think about going back, I imagine sitting at the dinner table, across from Maddie, smiling like she's finally won. And maybe she did. But here's the thing. I'm finally living in peace. No fake apologies, no forced family dinners, just quiet. And maybe someday I'll forgive my mom. But for now, she made her choice, and I made mine.